So another innovative technique I use to bring in more data into each reading, particularly general life readings, that will really allow me to get into the patterns that are dominating a person's life, is to use round cards. And I talk about this a lot. Round cards are very useful because instead of just having an upright expression and a reversed expression, there are 8 different points that I've identified, each which has a sort of tendency that can alter the meaning of the card. I know this sounds overwhelming and scary, but once you learn the tendency of each tilt, if you already know the meanings of the cards, it isn't that hard to really apply them. And this kind of technique works best if you learn it from a teacher. Once the teacher works with you for several sessions and gets you started practicing, you can really apply it to your own work. And I often recommend that people consider using round decks as an addition to their repertoire of decks. I have a round deck I love, the mother piece that I often talk about, but if you are a Rider-Waite-Smith deck reader, the Cloisters deck is a good choice in a round deck that uses very traditional Rider-Waite meanings so that you can transfer all your knowledge over. The really great thing about using round cards and putting in that extra energy to learn the tilts is that it vastly expands the data that you can see and the data that you can use to weave into your understanding of what's happening. So you can give your client a much deeper and broader assessment of what's going on in their lives. Although I use and love many decks, the round mother piece deck is my favorite for a deep and powerful reading. I usually start with this deck when I'm working with a querent because it will give me so much information that I must ask each person to audio tape the session. That way they can go back and listen, retrieving information that they couldn't really absorb the first time.